And welcome to, you can't really say it, but Trine. Of all games, it's kind of one of those games that you forget exists, at least I do. Um, I know backlog, obviously I've beaten this game before, but I've been in a rut for the past, say about a week, so, I'll count some games like this that I've beaten in the past, just because of streaming things, but yeah. So, ooh, 9 levels. Should be able to. Last played 999 days ago. Also, it's got my bloody Xbox controller plugged in, but easy, medium, or hard. Hardcore mode, I'm assuming. Hardcore mode additional challenge by them to resurrection of dead characters and disabling save during the level. No. And normal do.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a kingdom was prospering. But peace could only last so long. The old king died. With no descendant to the throne, the kingdom fell into chaos. Lust for power blinded warriors and wizards alike. New kings emerged, only to fall the next day. But the madness of men would soon be overshadowed by a far greater evil. The magic that once gave life and good fortune had transformed into something sinister. One by one, grave by grave, the dead began to rise, feeding off the energy that grew stronger with each passing night. Fear spread throughout the kingdom, and it was soon abandoned. On the outskirts of the kingdom, near the Astral Academy, a thief carried out her cunning plan. She had learned of an ancient object of tremendous value. The Astral Academy.
Is there an option for, There's...
Everything was perfect. She had made her way to the castle and would soon lay her hands on the treasures she so desired.
Yes. You're not gonna reset this in the morning. No, I can't get it.
The gentle moon smiled at the thief as she made her way towards the shrine of ancient treasure. Strangely, the protective charms around the shrine allowed her to enter unharmed.
I got it.
As the thief lay her hand on the treasure, she had a tingling sensation. The thief would soon discover that fate had taken hold of her. Unknown to the thief, a wizard was just waking up. The wizard had taken a look in the spyglass and seen the terrible undead army. He was keen not to die.
By my trousers, I must escape.
he had been studying the stars and trying hard to learn the elusive fireball spell that all wizards ought to know. Of course, that was a lie. For you see, the wizard had a certain reputation with the ladies. What he had really been up to was the creation of a fake fireball potion that would have impressed the ladies and improved his status. The potion had backfired, causing a fortnight of sleep.
Or night. Oh. Oh, I'm not very smart, am I? Oh. Catch it. Already missed one, so don't really matter, does it? Where's the teeth? Does not care, does she?
Darling, why the painful look on such a pretty face? What is this object you are holding on to? How did you get here?
The wizard touched the thief's hand, and then the object. His hand got stuck.
What kind of trickery is this?
For once, the wizard was more interested in magic than anything else. He was also afraid for his dear life. But there was someone nearby who welcomed a challenge.
Big fat, I mean, muscly. Please don't crash. Thank you.
At the other end of the Astral Academy, a knight had been practicing his
I'm a
own
knight,
skills
I'm a knight,
to
and I'm a
battle
knight.
the undead, and prove himself worthy of joining the king's army. Between me and you, he did not quite understand what undead meant, but this was his chance to be the bravest knight of all. The knight felt it was his duty to protect the Astral Academy during this time of despair. Be on the lookout for anything unusual.
Now, why do I want to pick up experience, I wonder? Maybe more health, I guess.
Saw a faint light coming from the age-old shrine. Could there be a thief? Was this the knight's day of honor? He had sworn an oath to himself to protect the shrine and the academy. Nothing could stand in his way.
What's going on?
The knight joined in, taking a firm grip of the object's third side, in a way that only a mighty warrior can.
Oh no, this doesn't bode well.
What doesn't bode well?
There was a flash of light, and the wizard, the thief, and the knight simply disappeared. Our new heroes were overwhelmed by the effect of the mysterious object. The wizard tried hard to remember everything he'd learned of the shrine and its artifact. His mind raced through ancient tales and legends. Finally, the wizard remembered. The treasure, the ancient object, was a device that could bind souls together. How it worked, he did not know. But he knew that it was connected to the legend of the Guardian, whose earthly remains had been buried in the catacombs deep underneath the Astral Academy. The tomb resided right below the shrine. The wizard could not explain it, but he was sure the object was called the Trine.
Roll credits.
The knight didn't care. A more pressing concern was on his mind.
It's all her fault. We must take her into custody. She stole the king's treasure.
Did you not understand a word I said? It is not treasure. It's an ancient object, the Trine. I believe it has bound our souls. We are stuck together.
But she...
The thief
Oh,
remained
huh?
silent. She was waiting for the right moment to escape, hopefully with the treasure and without a pair of fools.
I think I know how we can use the device as we like.
Excuse me, sir, do you mind? Careful.
Don't scare me. Over!
What's down here then? I would just assume health and mana probably levels up too.
We have to find a way to reverse the spell,
Oh.
to undo the magic. The tomb of the Guardian in the catacombs may have the answer, but it's not far away.
Oh, holiday secret.
Oh, that's just great.
Okay, so potions and whatever work for everyone. Useful to know. This seems to be the biggest we can make. Oh. Oh. Fuck off. I'm really... Fuck it, who cares? Don't need it. I'm gonna do more dying trying to pick the damn thing up than I am. Oh, physics. Cool. More than me. Don't you even want from this? Oh, not going back that way. Hey, that thing called puzzles. Thank you. Oh. I want the thing. No, I don't want the thing.
They don't like us being here.
Physics. Get in there. I don't want one that big. I'm never gonna get a small one, am I? A big one. And this is how I get things. Oh, necklace of life.
This looks very nice. Perhaps this journey isn't for nothing.
Oh, did I just level up my health? Nice.
Let's strike a deal. I'll help you find whatever you're looking for, and I get to keep all the jewelry.
I must say, that necklace looks very good on you. It's a deal.
Captain Beerheart would not approve of this.
Thank you. You. Ding dum dum. Oh, no. All of that hassle. Oh, no, you do this one. Whoop. Oh, level up. Ooh. Two boxes to exist at the same time. I feel like that's going to be the most useful. Two arrows. 5% chance to critically hit enemies. Yeah, no, I feel like being able to conjure, say, 3 boxes, all great cost 3. Or 4 boxes, yeah, I feel like that would just solve pretty much every puzzle there is. So. Like, for an example, I can do this, and this. Ah, right, there you go. I feel like giving him more health would be better, but even then, 5 health is nothing.
What lay ahead of our heroes was unknown. They had not seen another man, woman, or child in ages. The undead had transformed everything. They were now surrounded by evil.
Evil!
Our heroes had to press on. They were in search of the tomb. The wizard was sure that it would belong to the founder of the Astral Academy, one of the 3 guardians. If they could find his tomb, perhaps they would find a spell to get them out of the Trine.
Where are we?
We are beneath the Astral Academy. No one has been here for decades.
Aha! My sword shall lead the way! Follow me!
So, how the fuck are you supposed to get... I don't know what that is, but... Like, how are you supposed to... Oh no, unless there's 15 enemies that will give me XP, and there are 20 bottles to find. If that's how that works, then... Let me find out. 1 out of 20. There should be 2 and there should be 3. So yeah, so that's what that indicates. The enemies will just give me XP regardless. Yeah, the enemies should give me XP regardless, so those I shouldn't have missed out on. Nice. No. No one. It's that one up to hit, isn't it? Right. Strength of the Titans. The show of the Titans bestowed upon him, the knight's abilities reach even greater heights. The knight can pick up objects and throw them about using his gravity shield. Charge gives the knight a temporary speed boost that can be directed towards enemies. Cool. I don't have it. What do I do? How the hell do you use it then? What ward am I ever picking that up? Yeah. Okay, I'm over there all of a sudden. Physics. Don't fucking jump then. Alright. Damn it. God damn it, I completely forgot what button my meat key was. That's all. What do we get? Mana vial. Automatic restore steps in a mana of the character and the mana of the character is used. It can only be used once and is reloaded when a new checkpoint is reached. Ooh. Well, yeah, and he's the one who uses mana, so... Does he? No. Not anymore. Oh no. Nice timing. Oh. Didn't want you to do that.
Look at that! It must be the tomb!
Yes, you are correct. This is the Tomb of the Guardian. It has inscriptions all over it.
As the wizard read the inscriptions, legends of artifacts began to emerge. There had once been 3 guardians, each with an artifact to protect. The Trine was an artifact of the soul and righteousness, and a catalyst for the powers of good that had quietly helped raise young, good-hearted wizards in the Astral Academy. The 2 remaining artifacts were mentioned only briefly. The second artifact that pertained to mind and power had been stored in the great castle in the middle of the kingdom.
You go. Oh, you go.
It all makes sense now. Our souls are entwined in this artifact, and our physical beings are mere images of our soul.
Oh, I'm getting hungry from all this fighting.
Why don't you
More
listen
this
to me?
fighter.
This is exciting. We must hurry to the castle.
And this is the way. Dragon Graveyard. So instead of small bones, we go where the big ones rest. What will we do if they come to life?
It's the fastest way to the castle, my darling.
What is it? 25 and 20.
Trust me.
No, sorry. No climb. No attack. Whoa. Excuse me, sir. What? Push him off. No, don't do that. I realized how bad of an idea that was. I mean, sure, shooting 2 hours at once, how useful would that be? Ooh. I mean, this costs 3. I mean, getting the crits for the knights, not overly useful. I mean, for bosses and shit, I suppose, but yeah. And then speed boost and whatever. I feel like just having this will just be better. For obvious reasons. Allows the wizard to conjure 2 planks that exist at the same time. See, oh, this is more useful than that. So, being able to have more walkways, more cubes. No, don't do it. Give me so could you? No. I don't wish those can be manipulated slightly. Oh, so once you land in it, as long as you don't jump, you're gonna be fine. Nudge. Fuck you, man. Stay there. Like, I get there are tiny little fucking skeleton hands and shit. But, like, could you not? Missing two. Whatever that'll do.
Having survived the
Excuse me.
wasteland of the Dragon Graveyard, our heroes carried on. The wizard delved deeper into the inscriptions about the Guardians. There had once been 3 artifacts. One for the soul and righteousness, one for the mind and power, and one for the body and matter. These immortal objects had been used to balance all good and evil in the world. When everything was in harmony, the artifacts had been given to the 3 Guardians, who had kept them safe for centuries. The Guardians enchanted the artifacts with powerful protective charms that only allowed those with pure intents to come near. Eventually the Guardians passed away, and only the charms remained. The wizard could still not find answers as to why they had been captured in the Trine, and how they had been able to go unharmed by the protective charms.
Oh dear. The parcel has finally arrived, so... Yay, my games have come. Finally, after all these years. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, welcome back. Sorry about that. Unburb. Where was we? Chapter 5, I believe. What is this? Not like in physics, so I'm out of here. Oopsie. Oh, these standing shields that have physics. Ooh. I'm gonna guess a fire and 2 is better than those. So. No. Sacrifice uses health to substitute for mana. Mana has run out. Health to mana conversion rate is 1:1. And you can have it because you don't use. Cool. Really hate how I can't just like pick this up and like, flick it around. Whatever, old dude. Oh, jump, you fucking old bastard. Increases the effect of each collected mana value by 20%. That's whatever. Definitely. No. No. Let me out. What? Kept on going down. No idea what the hell happened.
Fear had found a comfortable place in our heroes' hearts. Deeply troubled, their minds began to fill with woe. The knight had not eaten in many hours, and the scent of meat had not made it any easier. The thief started to worry if she would ever be free again.
Free?
Well, he was concerned that they would never find the other artifacts to break the Trine's spell. Though truth be told, he didn't mind having some company that stuck with him for more than an hour.
Fear not. I shall lead the way. I wish there was more light.
Me for her. Firebow skill for thief. Thief?
This
Thief.
darkness is unbearable.
I've seen wizards light torches with fireballs. Can you?
But fireballs? They never work. It's a waste of time.
I should have known. I can light the torches with fireballs.
I could light the torches too.
Get poked. Increases fire damage. I'm going man. Jamming out. I'm never getting it. And I don't care enough to get it. I spend 5 minutes picking it up, or I can just leave it. No. Oh, stop pressing W to jump, you idiot. In what universe is pressing W going to make you walk forwards? Okay, Mr. Blazer. Your face when the world of an RPG has yet to discover the process of making steel. Ooh, are we talking about Octopath? Oh, Margaret. Maybe. So yes, then.
We have to get out of here.
We're close to the dungeons. This is the way to the castle.
The castle must lead. The castle.
And again, Steam Engine is a new thing, so that you enjoyed. Steam Engine? I mean, I'm sure you can make steel with a steam engine. Or you would have had steel before making a steam engine, but... I mean, whatever.
Our heroes entered the castle through the dungeons. The knight thought back to his childhood days and the excitement the dark corridors had provided, back when the spiders were small and the bones were piled neatly in the corners.
This place gives me the chills.
It's a dungeon. That's what it's supposed to do.
Fear not, I have my sword and my dagger. I am the king of the castle. I shall crush all my enemies and lead my army to victory. We are invincible. Ah!
Oh, right. You... Interesting looking game, this one. It uses physics. NVIDIA physics. No, 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 don't do that. Yeah, it's an old game. I want to say 2010. Now, it's funny me saying this is an old game and I mentioned the year 2010. That means I'm getting old. If a game like this, that where at one point everyone was like, oh my god, Trine's really fucking good. Like, I don't know if I would put Trine in the same category of, you know, like, oh, fucking, what was the name of that game? Even me saying that's not gonna bloody well help, but not Brian, is it? If it is Brian, then great. Brian and Trine. Can't really remember. Just how that makes you feel worse. Yeah, well, you know. I just can't remember the name of the bloody game. No, I don't care about Legend of Zelda. I'm gonna look up a list of 10 games that involves rewinding time, and it's gonna be 10 games that I'm not even fucking looking for. No, none of those games. Fuck me, why can't I think of the bloody name of the game? Like, if you saw it, you'd know what I bloody well mean, but... Anyway, there was a period back then where these indie games, obviously released, and I would put it on that sort of, I'm dead. Cool. I'm dead, cool. I suppose your first mushroom language. I'm not talking about that. No. Like I say, it's fucking hell. It's a 2D game where you play as a dude, and he looks sort of chibi-esque, like sort of slightly bigger head, very tiny body, tiny legs, tiny arms, and you basically sort of like jump on these little hedgehog-looking things, and the whole game mechanic, the whole game's mechanic is. The more you run forwards, you can then rewind time to replay everything you've done, but some objects to solve puzzles would stay static and never change and not be affected by rewinding time. I just can't remember the bloody name of the game. That's why I said brine, but it probably starts with a B, which is why my brain is thinking B. I just can't remember the fucking name. It's probably not B at all, but... Oh, for fuck's sake, you stupid old bastard, climb. Any idea how old the game is? Like 2010, something like that. At the earliest guess, that is not... Fuck off. At the earliest guess, I would say 2010. Don't do that, you swear. No! Oh, hell, I don't. And before you say whiff, don't fucking bother. Otherwise, I'll just get down your blind blaze and fucking ban you. When you press the enter key, that doesn't fucking count. Oh, why are you not just climbing this, honestly? I'm not a village got hit by. Brings one to you because that's a cat. Oh, so you're talking about Blinks, idiot. Brinks. Who the fuck is Brinks, honestly? Have you ever played Blinks the Time Sweeper? Idiot. And I do own Blinks the Time Sweeper, so I know it's not Blinks. That's why, like I say, my brain's thinking Brian, but I can't fucking remember. So when's RE out? 24th? Something like that? Next week, week after? Okay, what's the date? The 10th? Yeah, 2 weeks. I knew what I was talking about. Of course I did. Oh yeah, my guy's dead. So I need to do this. Bye, game, please. That's just rude. That's even more rude, but... Spawning fucking skeletons on top of me is not fun. This goes to show that time manipulation was used too much. I mean, like I say, I know the game in my head. This is just my problem. I'm really bad with fucking names. So yeah, I'll be playing it. Cause the only reason I played the demo last night at like fucking 11 o'clock, half 11, whatever it was because obviously the Capcom showcase was on, and of course Dark Shadow had watched it because he was more interested in seeing any new information on the Resident Evil movie, as he's infinitely more interested in that than he is the remake of 4. Which, understandable, we've played 4 many a time. Well, he has, I've only played it once, but... So, understandably, his excitement for the remake's not as huge, but... Yes, that's the reason why he watched it, and then he mentioned, oh my god, there's a demo. So, with his extremely slow internet and my 35 megabytes download speed, I decided to install it, and it would have taken him like half an hour to install like 10 gigs. It took me like 5 minutes. So I just, I Steam broadcasted it for him. I didn't stream it, because it was like 11:30 at night, it was only a 15-minute fucking demo. I do still have it installed. So if you're here in the next 2 hours, I'll replay it. So, yeah, it's only 15 minutes, and in that 15 minutes, listen, even playing the demo, I already have a fucking complaint. Unsurprisingly, I already have a complaint, let me put it that way. But it's only really a complaint that, like, Resident Evil and Resident Evil 4 nerds are gonna be like, oh my god, that's dumb. Basically, long story short, the beginning of the game where you're meant to survive for an X amount of time when the guy with the chainsaw turns up and you're meant to run around being scared because he'll just one-shot you. That's supposed to take a little while, but in the demo, it took me all of about 30 seconds. And I don't know if that's just because they've massively dropped the window to survive, or I just somehow got lucky and filled up some imaginary, invisible limit that just forces the game to continue. If it was just because I did something completely accidental and I didn't realize it, then yeah, whatever. Because Dark Shadow was looking up forums or whatever, and some people were like, oh, it took me X amount of time here to do, but it took me like 30 fucking seconds, so I don't know what the hell happened. I don't. It's a weird complaint to have, but... I mean, like, it's the very beginning of the fucking game, you're introducing the bloody, Alright. You know, you're introducing the chainsaw guy as a threat, but if you do manage to kill him, you do drop a unique, like, ruby item, which is pretty cool, but yeah, I unfortunately did not do that. I didn't even see him. Like, that's pretty much how bad that was. It's like he spawned in the cutscene, and then I ran around, and then I heard him and then I heard him to my right, and the next thing I know, the bell toll just went off, and that was it, game over. The cutscene happens, the game continues, obviously the demo ends there, but... So that's the only thing that I was disappointed in, like, I wanted more time to just run around being an idiot. Trying to fend for my life, because I did actually want to try and kill him, but... I mean, tough shit, right? And then after that, and also I did have to tell Dark Shadow that I do have a 3060 Ti. Because that's why, because the game just ran on high settings at above 100 FPS for the most part. On like high settings, but then I was just curious to see what, like, just maxing everything out was. And like I say, maxing everything out requires like a 14 gig VRAM card. I don't know if a 14 gig VRAM card exists, but... yeah, you can... It does, well there you go then. But what card is a 14 gig then? I mean, I assume it's a 4090 Ti then. the top GPUs now, like the 49 is 24 gigs. I mean, but here, okay, so here's still my problem. Like, it's cool and all having all of that, and I even discussed this, obviously, because, like I say, Dark Shadow was watching, and I also had my mic connected. And, like, my only point that I did, when I was browsing through the graphic settings just to see what there was, and seeing how it would affect, and, like, say, setting them all to max, it was like 14 gigs. And I was just curious to see if the game would run. It didn't. My whole fucking PC had almost crashed. Like, both monitors just went completely black screen, and I have no idea what the hell was going on, so that was fun. But yeah, but like I say, it's like when I was browsing through the graphic settings, like, there were just some graphic settings that flat out made zero difference in terms of graphical fidelity. You know, like, the light affecting Leon's face slightly more realistically. I forgot what it's called, but you know what I mean. Skin's not, what is it? Skin is, like, translucent or whatever it's called. You know what I mean. Subsurface scattering, I think it was. But, like, turning that off and on, like, okay, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but the problem is you're never gonna see it, so why would you ever enable it? And potentially reduce your frame rate, say, by 5 FPS or whatever. I mean, it wouldn't do it that drastically, but you still get my point. It's like there were just some or like, there was like a shadow setting, and it effectively made like little difference whether you had it on like low or high. You know, there were just some settings that just, I don't know why you'd ever enable them. Yes, Braid. Braid is the one that I was talking about. I mean, I knew it began with a B. What did I say? Braid? Oh, close enough. And yes, my monitor is only 1080p. Oh yeah, because that's one other thing that the game allows you to do, which wouldn't... I don't think this would do anything for... I don't think this would do anything for graphics settings, but you can either have 4K cutscenes or 1080p cutscenes. Doesn't matter, because obviously I don't have a bloody 4K monitor, so 4K cutscenes mean nothing to me, but don't get me wrong, cool, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're pre-rendered cutscenes, and I guess it's nice. Now, if they're not pre-rendered, though, but if they are pre-rendered cutscenes, then to be quite honest with you, I don't know why they'd bother asking me if I want to run them at 4K or 1080p. Because I feel like, say if they are pre-rendered, then them being pre-rendered at 4K, but I can only see them at 1080p is not gonna do anything. I was gonna do anything with it. Nope, that just sank like a brick, didn't it? Imagine the settings already got a high resolution screen. Yeah, but even then, like I say, I don't know. And also, because the game was using, like, Quixel Mega Scans. Might be the way to do it. Yeah, because the game is using like pre-made mega scans and whatever, it's like. But again, at the end of the day, this still just puts it into perspective that looking at the graphic settings from high to like the ultra settings to go from like 4 gigs of VRAM or whatever it was, all the way up to 14 gigs, and it's like there is very little, if at all, any difference between what the settings on high was to what the 14 gig VRAM settings were. There was just like no difference. Again, in the settings menu, being able to flick through them and see them happen in real time, yes. But I feel like in an actual gameplay setting, you're never gonna notice. You're not. Like lighting, like, okay, that one you will notice because there was an option to effectively just turn lights off. You wanna... Yeah, there was basically just an option just to turn lights off. Now that one you obviously would notice, which then affects shadows and whatever, but... I just... Whoop. But again, I'm not exactly the guy to be fucking talking about graphics, because I don't care about graphics. My personal opinion about Resident Evil 4 Remake will still be the situation of, if you play it and you like it, please do then play the original. At some point, not immediately afterwards, but please do play the original at some point. I'm not going to say that the original is better or anything, but at least being able to see the potential. Again, this is potential. Like I say, when I eventually do play the remake, and obviously my Resident Evil nerd also plays it, we might see things and it might be like 99% the same game, right? But I feel like they're gonna cut out the army base section at the end of the game. And Ashley, right at the end of the game, the president's daughter, asking Leon if she can give him the old reach around. We all know that's not in the game. And again, I'm not going to say that the original is better because of that, but it's just the campy, yeah, just the campy nature to the, oh, come on, to the, writing. But he did still mention bingo in the remake, so who knows? Because when the bell goes off and everyone just walks inside the church and whatever, he's like, wait, where's everyone going? Bingo? So... I'm still hoping they at least have his dumb quips in there every now and then. And I do hope he also shits on Salazar. And or Salazar screams like a little bitch when you shoot him in his hand again. Or is it with a knife? I don't remember if it's with your knife. No, it might be with a... But either way, I just hope that it still has some of its campiness to it.
Second artifact, that of mind and power, had protected the
again, like I say, if not, it's not going to make the game any better or any worse.
But the artifact was also protected by
the game slightly different, instead of it being better than just the same. You'd say most of the game we say remains just like that because of nostalgia. That's where you can't say that to me, because I played Resident Evil 4 like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So I don't have that nostalgia. My nostalgia is Resident Evil 5 is the better game, but admittedly 4 is just the better game. Like, I like 5, and I'm nostalgic and biased towards that Resident Evil. And after having played 4, like I say, 3 years ago, whenever it was, 4 is just objectively the better Resident Evil game, but like I say, personally I don't have nostalgia for it, but I know exactly what you mean. And it's like if they even did attempt to remaster 5, like, you could fuck off first and foremost. Oh yeah, and also there's a stealth mechanic in the game. Personally, I'd rather they just wouldn't fucking bother, because it's kind of a waste of time. And it also kind of ruins a little bit of a game mechanic. So there's a game mechanic where your knife, or knives I should say, have like a health bar. So if you want to use it instead of obviously button mashing... Where are you going? So obviously if you want to use your knife when you get grabbed instead of button mashing to save your life, then you can do, but it just uses some of its durability, if you will. I feel like with the stealth mechanic, if you stealth kill the enemies, it doesn't reduce the overall durability of your knife at all. I feel like that, but yeah, I mean, stealth, I just feel like stealth's not something they should have bothered with Resident Evil 4. Because I can't think of many situations where it would be useful. Oh, okay, no, that would have been useful. And yeah, like I say, in terms of obviously having played the demo yesterday, is it any better or worse than the original? I'd argue it's about the same. Yeah, I'd argue it's about the same. Where'd you get the shield from? You know, because that's the thing, is that obviously I would argue Resident Evil 2 and 3 understandably can get remakes just because they're old PS1 games with art-drawn backgrounds that you just run down and whatever. But 4? I don't know, I just don't feel like 4 needed one. Like, for me personally, there's just a certain point where it's kind of diminishing returns for me. Like, old PS1 games, I can understand, because those were still, like, brand new day and age of trying to make these new-esque kind of games, but... yeah, I mean, whatever. Like I said, I've always got the original to go back to and play if somehow the remake was terrible. Ooh. Hey man, how you doing? You dick. That was leave to charge even faster. That would be pretty useful. Do I even have a point? We'll never know. Oh, they all get points. I'm a fucking moron. Well, he can get Flaming Sword then, can't he? Yeah, I was just assuming that I didn't get 1 point per. Oops. Well, him I'm gonna save for that one anyway. And then him I'll save for that one. Me dumb. Me stupid. Oh, you stupid dude. Oh, I assume that's probably for co-op. Hitboxes! Um. No, I really hate that I can't. Oh, I can. I press A and D. Idiot. No camera. Why are you still turning? Ugh. Nice one. No. Oh. Thank you. Eventually. Increase the maximum number of boxes by 1. Increase the number of arrows shot with the basic bow by 1. And on. That means I can have 4 arrows.
Look over there, what's that? Some sort of book.
Yes. I'll have a closer look.
And a closer look he shall not have.
Great enthusiasm. The wizard absorbed the contents of the king's journal. Of particular interest were the last pages. The king told of how they had found the ancient ruins.
Bengal Forest.
Long ago.
Close enough.
Statues of virtue and architecture beyond imagination had clearly impressed the old king. The king's journal did not contain much of the
Imagination.
artifacts, but the vivid descriptions matched the signs on the tomb of the first guardian. In legend, there exists a place that the guardians had called their home. If this was true, and the ruins were the origin of the artifacts, our heroes might finally get some answers. The journal had carefully mapped out the location of the ruins. It was in the middle of the forest, a long distance away. Our heroes began to follow the directions in the king's journal. At the edge of the forest, the thief felt a strange sensation, a warm feeling in her heart.
A warm feeling in her heart. What? Get out of here. We don't talk about fifis here. Get your fifis out of here.
Want to reach the ruins before nightfall.
It's so calm here.
I feel like a load has lifted from my soul.
Oh, come on, that would have been perfect had they come down just then. Thanks, man. You're an idiot. Yeah, her shit costs 3 now anyway. Except for him as well. We'll find out what either of them... Excuse me, what either of them get. Just buy it straight away. I mean, I guess with him I could just buy that, but I don't care about that ability at all. Now the level 3 ability could be nice, but... I doubt it. Although Flaming Sword, maybe Flaming Shield. Wanna move to the right, to the right. That wasn't exactly the smartest thing I've ever seen. I will take the 3 points. Necklace of Power. Increase damage by 25% for weapons that use mana. I mean, if his fire sword used mana, then yeah, I guess, but I mean, she does have fire, flame. Making my life harder. I'll take that.
Night came so very fast, ushered by the forces of evil. It was only a matter of time before the inevitable would happen. But for now, the forest stood strong against the invaders. Perhaps because the artifacts had been created nearby. There was hope yet.
Are we finally getting somewhere? I don't like all this darkness.
Is that an indicator that I'm gonna have to use fire? Yeah, a bow almost instantly. That. Not the most useful by her. Prism of Light. At each checkpoint, the character receives 25% more health and mana. Just because he's my bingo. Stormhammer. Stormhammer, blessed by the god of thunder. It is a 200 mayhem bringer that can break almost anything, be it wood, iron, or bones. All storm effects require mana. A devastating secondary attack that unleashes the fury of lightning and earth. Weak enemies will die instantly, and the ground will shake under its mighty blow. And then, death from above. The knight can learn to perform the secondary attack when jumping down from a ledge. Undead beware. I'm gonna guess I can upgrade that to see what the last one is, but I don't have the point for it. Now we just wait for him. Right. We're having a giraffe. Look. Health vial. Everybody saw 7% of the lost health of the character in the health drop for 25%. Yeah, I guess I'll put it on here. Really? Really? What was the point of having a giant spike ball up a goddamn staircase if it's not gonna insta-kill those assholes?
Finally, the darkness subsided, and our heroes were relieved to find themselves in the light again. The thief quietly surveyed her new surroundings. She had never been here before,
Do I boot up Trine 2 after this?
She felt a sense of
I mean, I've got it installed. I'm kind of tempted.
ruins of the perished, as the old king had called them, looked exactly as described in the journal. Beautiful and majestic, despite the centuries gone by.
Because then, I guess, sometime in the future I'll have to get Trine 3 and 4.
Location of the ruins.
These are ancient ruins. I don't think anyone's been here for a while.
Except those nasty bones.
Who would abandon something like this? It's beautiful.
Hello. Amulet of Fortitude. Increase maximum health by 10%, stacks with other health enhancements. Me. You get nothing, mister. Actually, no, I'm gonna have to do that. The crushing charge gives a knight inhuman speed that can be directed towards enemies to knock them back. This ability will kill weak enemies instantly. Ooh, to both of them. And then we'll see what his last one is. All the damn time. Thank you. I'm not really do this. Also, I know those chains are holding them down, but I don't remember how to destroy them because it was probably a tutorial that told me, but I completely forgot. East the tutorial. New webby controls. What's wrong way of doing it? You! Oh my fucking god. Clipping the edge of things and then... Yeah, clipping the edge of things and not. Oh, he did. I'll take it. Yeah, like I say, just clipping the absolute edge of the thing, but then not climbing onto it. Slightly annoying. Damn it. I idiot. I didn't trust the system. I knew I shouldn't have trusted the system. Red Master Stone. Increase maximum number of planks by 1. Increases the maximum health by 10%. Night. Stacks with other health enhancements. That means if I did that and that, I'd have 125% health.
Empty. It's not here.
Just a guardian at rest.
Wait. Can you hear that?
Can it be? Could the guardian...
Light, brighter than the sun, blinded our heroes. Pictures of what had happened flashed before their eyes. Not too long ago, an earthquake had rocked the pedestal, destroying the shrine that surrounded the artifact of body and matter. The charms that had protected the third artifact broke, and it was stolen. Even worse, it was paired with the artifact of mind and power. Without the artifact of soul and righteousness, the power of the artifacts became twisted and brought to life creatures of bones and dust, capable of moving, but lacking soul and meaning. The Trine was the only thing that could bring back balance to the world.
Again, roll credits.
Oh! All this jumping around, it's not for grown men. I wish I'd been pressed.
You cheeky little bastard. Hey, boxers! You. Where? Whoop. Physics. Oh, can't even get that. Now I can. Orb of Meaning. Increase maximum mana by 10%, stacks with other mana enhancements. Cool. I should go and try to wipe out at some point. And here's the last upgrade for the wizard. Loading platform skill for the wizard. Provides a wooden surface and thieves to grapple hook each platform. Fire! Still no fireball, but now the thief and the knight can hit the platform and turn it into an exploding firebomb. Well, I guess give me that. Fuck you. Oh, never mind. Fuck you. Oh, right. Okay, on the level already.
As our heroes looked west, they could see darkness. Where nothing had been before, there now stood a dark tower, black even against the evening sky. An evil tower. Our heroes understood what they must do. The only way to purge the land of corruption
And this one.
raise the black tower to
So
the
we started
ground,
here and we
was
looped
to bring
all the way
Trine
up and around.
and
Yet
the
all we need
other
to do is climb over
artifacts
a mountain.
However, for the power to work, the hearts of our heroes must be pure. Despite ever-present danger, our heroes could not help but marvel at the beautiful village. How could anything this beautiful endure so close to the evil tower? Abandoned, there was no one to welcome them.
A village! We must save the people!
They're not here anymore. There's no one to save.
Save village? Or crush bones? No matter. Let me go first.
Wolfgang's music box. Increases the maximum number of boxes wizards can have active at the same time by 2. Next with the blue Master Stone. So now I can have... what? I can have 5 boxes. That is like way too many. Gives me boxes. Yes, game, I know I can level up, but I can't because everything costs 3. I don't have 3 points. The next level up I can do it, and like I say, for her I'll get that. I guess I'll just get more of them. And I guess I'll just get that. No. Erg. It's kind of annoying that this thing just keeps moving down. Hey man, how you doing? Oh yeah, we get another one. I win. Not in a million years did I do a triangle.
smells are more foul with each step. We must be close to the tower now.
Our heroes broke through the gates of the evil tower and entered the forge, where the undead prepared their weapons and armor. Looking down on them, the evil tower stood tall and menacing. This was the heart of evil.
God damn it.
Oh, this is not good.
This smell reminds me of
This kind of
weapon
smelly
forging.
smell. Smells.
I
Really?
have the best weapon of all.
Let me through. Goddamn animations resetting, how dare they? Bug. Yes, we get it. So, fuck you, game. You piece of shit. No, that's not what I'm fucking drawing. We'll get there in a year. I'm gonna go all the way back. Actually, I know the quick way to go back. You... Oh, there's a thing anyway. Oh, glitchy, glitchy. Climb the thing, you stupid bitch. That'll be the way to do it. Amulet of the Kings. Increases maximum health by 15%. Stacks with those. I'm just missing 3 levels. So missing 3 levels is what? 150 XP? Pretty much. Oh, never mind. Well done. Oh my loot. Hmm. Where? Why? I promise I was holding D. Nice one. In a not winnable scenario. Like, oh, you missed your jump? Well, too bad, I'll do. fuck you. Did you fucking jump?
We must climb the tower.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, Star Wars, calm down.
As our heroes climbed the stairs, a terrible coldness chilled them to the bone, and the sounds of the forge faded. It was quiet, too quiet, and then they heard the voice.
Oh, this doesn't feel good at all.
Roast.
Quickly, jump to the ledge.
We must get to the top.
Lord. You fucking cunt. Hey, did you know that he was gonna drop that on top of you and you'd fall all the way to the bottom? You do. Like, oh. Oh, fucking jump, please. We get it. We get it. Oh my fucking god. Fuck off! Don't you? Not in a fucking million years of that, but... Do it my way. Oh, really?
As the evil the artifact slowly restored the balance of the world. Life and its joys returned to the kingdom. In the spring, a new king was elected. The new king offered rewards to our heroes. The knight refused to become the captain of the king's men. Instead, he finally followed his father's hopes and acknowledged his other passion, that of food and ale. He became the king's royal ale provider. The thief was offered riches beyond her wildest dreams, but she felt a longing to go back to the forest ruins. The king granted her wish and gave her reign over the forest, where life slowly returned, restoring it to its former splendor. As for the wizard, he finally understood that the road to success did not have anything to do with the fireball spell. He wasn't sure what it was, but saving the kingdom certainly helped. After being married a few years to a lady named Margaret, she gave birth to triplets. A charmed moment, many said. We also do not know whether the father felt pride, shame, or both, when each of his children mastered the fireball before the age of 1. But despite everything, they all lived happily ever after.
Do one more level. Just because this is the enhanced edition, I think it comes with a 16th level. If not, then obviously that's the end of Trine. Oh, people! Or not. Oh, yeah. I have no idea what this is, but it's here. You... Okay. That's enough trying for me. Oh, fuck you and your goddamn physics. I know it's not a physics thing, but... It's easier to blame physics than it is anything else, but whatever. Good game, as always. Have that, but whatever. You get my point. It's a decent game. And for 3 hours, it's not that bad either. I won't be doing Trine 2. I might do that tomorrow. I might save that for another day. I'm not sure yet. But we'll figure it out when I do, because I'll just leave that on the back burner. It's something that I want to do. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. But I'll leave you to it, and I'll see you in whatever hell I do next. So, ciao for now.